everyone. I am Prabhakar Misra. On October 9, 2024, India lost one of its most iconic business leaders, Ratan Tata, who passed away at Breach Candy Hospital, Mumbai. Ratan Tata's life was a testament to visionary leadership, philanthropy, and global influence. His death has led to widespread mourning across India. We pay tributes to him, highlighting his significant contributions to the Tata Group and Indian industry as a whole and internationally. He was a symbol of India's emergence as a global economic player, advocating for sustainability and collaboration through his roles in global organization. Tata was founded by Jamsetji Tata, the founder of the Tata Group. He is known as the father of Indian industry. Born in 1839 in Navsarai, Gujarat, he laid the groundwork for modern industrial India. Jamshedpur, originally a small hamlet called Sakchi, was renamed in honor of Jamsetji Tata, the founder of Tata Steel, by Lord Chelmsford, the British Viceroy of India, on January 2, 1919, as a tribute to Tata's significant contributions of providing 29,000 tons of steel for military use for constructing railway tracks and other military equipments during World War I. He established the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore to promote education and research and built the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel in Mumbai in 1903 to challenge the racial discrimination in hotels. His vision greatly shaped India's industrial and social development. Sir Dorabji Tata, the elder son of Jamsetji Tata, expanded his father's legacy and played a key role in India's industrial and social development. He founded Tata Steel in 1907 and Tata Power in 1911, contributing to India's industrial growth. In 1932, he established the Sir Dorabji Tata Trust, which funded education, healthcare, and research. He also promoted sports, financing India's first Olympic team in 1920. Sir Dorabji's contribution to industry, philanthropy, and sports left a lasting impact on Indian society. After Sir Dorabji Tata, the leadership of the Tata Group was taken over by Nauroji Saklatwala in 1932. Nauroji Saklatwala, a cousin of Dorabji Tata, became the third chairman of the Tata Group. He played a key role in further expanding the group's industrial ventures. Following Nauroji Saklatwala's tenure, J.R.D. Tata, Jahangir Ratanji Dadabhai Tata, who was the son of Jamsetji Tata's cousin Ratanji Tata, succeeded him in 1938. J.R.D. Tata is widely credited with transforming the Tata Group into a global business powerhouse and diversifying its interests into sectors such as aviation, chemicals, and automobiles. J.R.D. Tata, a prominent Indian industrialist, aviator, and philanthropist, significantly shaped modern India. He founded Tata Airlines in 1932 and piloted India's first commercial flight. As chairman of Tata Sons from 1938 to 1988, he expanded the Tata Group from 14 to 95 enterprises, diversifying into chemicals, automobiles, and IT. JRD emphasized professional management and played a key role in establishing institutions like the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research and Tata Memorial Hospital. Awarded the Bharat Ratna in 1992, JRD's legacy is defined by his contributions to industry, aviation, and social progress. The Tata Group comprises more than 100 companies with 30 major publicly listed companies around the globe across various sectors with a combined market capitalization of around 33.7 trillion rupees, approximately $403 billion in 100 to 150 countries. 65% of the revenue coming from foreign countries as of August 2024, including automotive, steel, IT services, consumer products, from salt to software, Titan, Tanishq, Voltas, Westside, Jara, Judial, Tetley, Vitsara, Air India, Big Basket, 1MG, there are more. I will cover his predecessors in another episode and also cover major companies' price catch of Tata's with detail insights in series of episodes. Please like and subscribe my channel to know the details of Tata's. Ratan Tata's legacy will endure not only through the Tata Group but also through his profound impact on India and the world, inspiring generations of leaders to follow in his footsteps of humility, integrity, and visionary thinking. Morgan Mitchell, a renowned established celebrated author, states that in hindsight, Ratan Tata's ascension in 1991 was the best thing that could have happened to the Tata Group. Under his leadership, Tata Group's revenue increased over 40 times and profits over 50 times. Ratan Tata said, "Take the stones people throw at you and use them to build a monument." Ratan Naval Tata was born to one of the richest families on December 28, 1937. He is the great grandson of Jamsetji Tata, the founder of Tata Group. His father Naval Tata was the adopted son of Ratanji Tata and Nawazbhai Tata. One of Ratan Tata's most significant contributions was his vision of making the Tata Group a global brand. When he took over as chairman in 1991, the group was primarily focused on India with limited international exposure. However, under his leadership, Tata companies began expanding aggressively into international markets. His acquisitions of iconic global brands such as Jaguar, Land Rover, and Chorus Steel marked a turning point in the group's global expansion. These acquisitions positioned Tata as a key player on the international stage, especially in sectors like automotive and steel, which were crucial to its long-term global ambitions. His long-term vision was to revive JLR and bring it under the Tata Motors portfolio, an Indian company. This acquisition was seen as a bold and unprecedented move for an Indian company to take over such a prestigious global brand. Another pivotal moment in Tata's global expansion was the acquisition of Chorus Steel in 2007. At the time, it was one of the largest acquisitions by an Indian company, valued at $12 billion. Chorus, a British Dutch steel maker, was significantly larger than Tata Steel at the time, and the acquisition showcased Ratan Tata's ambition to turn Tata Steel into one of the world's largest steel producers. Despite the global steel industry's volatility, Ratan Tata saw the strategic value in Chorus, especially in terms of access to advanced technology and European markets. This acquisition played a key role in Tata Steel's transformation into a global steel giant, demonstrating Ratan Tata's ability to make bold decisions that would shape the group's global stature. Ratan Tata's leadership also saw a renewed focus on innovation and technology across Tata Group companies. He was instrumental in modernizing several Tata businesses, encouraging the adoption of new technologies and practices that would enable the group to compete globally. For instance, his push for Tata Consultancy Services (TCS) to expand globally turned into one of the world's leading IT services companies. TCS success helped the Tata Group gain a strong foothold in the global technology space, contributing significantly to the group's global revenue and reputation. Ratan Tata also supported cutting-edge research and development in sectors like automotive and aerospace, ensuring that Tata Group remained competitive in highly technical and innovative fields. Ratan Tata's belief in the brand's potential proved to be correct as JLR became one of Tata Motors' most successful acquisitions, contributing significantly to its global revenue. Ratan Tata had a clear vision for transforming the Tata Group into a globally recognized brand that stood for trust, integrity, and quality. His approach was strategic, focusing on unifying the diverse companies under the Tata umbrella. Upon taking over in 1991, he faced resistance from entrenched leaders within the group. Ratan implemented reforms by setting retirement ages and streamlining operations to enhance accountability and coherence across the group. When Ratan Tata joined the Tata Group, he faced skepticism from senior executives who doubted his leadership due to his quiet, reserved demeanor, especially in comparison to his charismatic uncle J.R.D. Tata. This underestimation fueled Ratan's determination to prove himself as he demonstrated patience, integrity, and a calm approach under pressure. Upon becoming chairman in 1991, Ratan faced resistance to change, but he had a clear vision, modernizing and globalizing the group. He restructured inefficient companies, consolidated operations under the Tata brand, and began transforming the conglomerate into a more unified and competitive global enterprise. He was unexpectedly chosen by J.R.D. Tata to lead the group, despite facing initial skepticism from senior executives and board members who questioned his ability to handle the vast conglomerate. Although the Tata Nano did not achieve commercial success, it was a visionary project that generated global attention. Ratan Tata's ambition to create the world's cheapest car was driven by his desire to make personal transportation affordable to the common man in India. The Nano project demonstrated Ratan Tata's commitment to innovation, affordability, and meeting the needs of the Indian population. Despite its limited market success, the Nano earned global recognition for its engineering feat and reinforced Tata Group's reputation as an innovator in the automotive sector. The early years of Ratan Tata's life offer key insights into his evolution as a leader. His formative experiences shaped his leadership philosophy, characterized by humility, resilience, long term vision, and a deep sense of social responsibility. From overcoming personal challenges to working at the grassroots level within the Tata Group, Ratan Tata's early journey reveals the traits that made him one of India's most respected and influential industrialists. The separation of Ratan Tata's parents was a defining moment in his young life, leaving an indelible mark on his character and personality. Though it brought emotional pain and challenges, it also forged in him a deep sense of resilience, empathy, and responsibility. Raised by his grandmother, he grew into a self reliant, introspective individual who would later become a global leader renowned for his ethical leadership and compassion. The personal struggles of his youth, particularly the experience of his parents' separation, helped shape the core values that guided his illustrious career at the helm of the Tata Group. Ratan Tata's experience of washing dishes, parking vehicles, and building works for earning $50 per week for pocket money while studying abroad is symbolic of his grounded approach in life, his strong work ethic, and his determination to create his own path, even when he had the option to rely on family wealth. It is a glimpse into the character of a man who would later lead one of India's largest conglomerates with a focus on ethics, social responsibility, and respect for all kinds of work. The grooming of Ratan Tata under the tutelage of J.R.D. Tata blossomed the adaptability of the industrial milieu and intricacies of labor relations to garner positive results from other resources, including human resources. Ratan Tata's ethical leadership and commitment to social responsibility transformed the Tata Group. His refusal to engage in bribery, coupled with his focus on philanthropy and sustainability, set new standards for corporate governance in India and solidified Tata's reputation as a business leader with integrity. These principles continue to guide the Tata Group, making it a symbol of ethical leadership and social responsibility across the world. The challenge posed by Rishi Modi was one of the first major tests of Ratan Tata's leadership and his successful handling of the situation helped cement his authority as the chairman of the Tata Group. By navigating the power struggle with tact juxtaposed with respectful demeanor and decisiveness, Ratan Tata demonstrated that he was not just a figurehead, but a leader with a strong vision and the ability to make tough decisions. This episode set the tone for his tenure as the head of the Tata Group, during which he transformed the conglomerate into a global powerhouse while maintaining its core values of integrity, ethics, and social responsibility. Ratan Tata's love life reveals a man who experienced meaningful relationships but ultimately chose not to marry due to a combination of family responsibilities, professional commitments, and personal values. His decision to remain single allowed him to focus on his leadership of the Tata Group, guiding the conglomerate through transformative changes while maintaining the ethical and philanthropic values that define the Tata legacy. Tata's story is one of personal sacrifice, where his love for his family, dedication to his work, and desire for privacy took precedence over personal relationships. While he may have experienced moments of heartbreak, particularly with the end of his relationships during his time in the US, he chose a path that allowed him to contribute to society and lead one of India's most respected business empires. His bachelorhood became an integral part of his identity as a leader, and his life remains an inspiration to many of its for focus on values, integrity, and service. Ratan Tata's journey with Air India is a story of resilience, commitment, and emotional connection. His early involvement with the airline in the 1980s gave him valuable insights into the challenges it faced, and his determination to bring it back to the Tata fold in 2021 was driven by both business acumen and a deep sense of legacy. The acquisition of Air India marked the culmination of decades of interest in the airline, and while Ratan Tata did not take on a direct executive role, his influence and vision for the airline's revival were undeniable. Through strategic investments, operational improvements, and a focus on customer experience, Tata Sons aim to restore Air India to its rightful place as a world class airline, guided by the values of excellence and integrity that have always defined the Tata Group. Ratan Tata's leadership in the acquisition of Jaguar Land Rover and the partnership with Starbucks showcases his ability to think strategically and globally while staying true to the values that define the Tata Group. His vision for JLR transformed the struggling luxury car brands into global success stories, while his partnership with Starbucks brought a world renowned coffee brand to India in a way that resonated with local consumers. Both moves were driven by Ratan Tata's confidence in Tata's ability to compete on the global stage and his understanding of the evolving needs of consumers. His legacy as a leader is defined by his bold decisions, long term vision, and unwavering commitment to excellence, ethics, and social responsibility. Ratan Tata's role as emeritus chairman and his active membership in numerous international organizations illustrates his enduring commitment to ethical leadership, social responsibility, and sustainable development. His influence extends beyond the Tata Group, shaping global discussions on important issues and inspiring future generations of leaders. Through his work, Ratan Tata continues to demonstrate that business can be a force for good, advocating for practices that benefit society and the environment while maintaining a focus on long term success and sustainability. Ratan Tata's engagement with organizations like the World Resource Institute, International Finance Corporation, World Economic Forum, Alcoa, and Mondelez International, Carney Endowment for International Peace, Harvard Business School, and Cornell University, and others underscores his commitment to addressing global challenges through collaboration, innovation, and responsible business practices. He assisted the University of New South Wales Faculty of Engineering in assisting underprivileged communities with greater water access. A $28 million Tata Scholarship Fund was established by the Tata Education and Development Trust for Cornell University to provide financial aid to undergraduate Indian students. 2010 saw a $50 million gift from Tata Group Enterprises and Tata Charities to Harvard Business School for the construction of an executive center. Carnegie Mellon University has received a $35 million donation from Tata Consultancy Services for cognitive systems and autonomous vehicle research labs. The largest corporate contribution ever made, including the 48,000 square foot building. In 2014, the Tata Group made a rupees 950 million donation to the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, for establishing the Tata Center for Technology and Design, the largest gift the institute ever received. The Center for Neuroscience at the Indian Institute of Science also received a 750 million funding from Tata Trust to explore the process underlying the etiology of Alzheimer's disease and for early diagnosis and treatment. The Tata Group also established the MIT Tata Center of Technology and Design at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. His refusal to engage in corrupt practices, introduction of transparent governance policies, and insistence on sustainable business set him apart as a leader who not only cared about profits but also the long term well being of the company and the society. His stringent rules became the cornerstone of the Tata Group's global reputation for ethical business practices, ensuring that Tata remained a trusted name in India and around the world. His bold acquisitions, commitment to innovation, ethical business practices, and strategic leadership were crucial in transforming the Tata Group into a globally recognized conglomerate. He restructured inefficient companies, consolidated operations under the Tata brand, and began transforming the conglomerate into a more unified and competitive global enterprise. His passion for aviation, inspired by his predecessor J.R.D. Tata, who founded Tata Airlines, was evident from his early years, earning a pilot's license and serving on the airline's board in the 1980s. Ratan Tata's decision to bring Jetli to a joint venture showcased his strategic foresight and deep understanding of both global and Indian consumer trends. He said, "I don't believe in taking right decisions. I take decisions and then make them right." It was very important that he welded the organization together in a more cohesive way than it had been in the past, so that it could identify itself more as a group. This new identity couldn't have the same rusty image the company had ever over the years. Factors that helped here were the infusion of younger talent, which made way for innovation and disinvestments from several companies. One of Tata's biggest achievements would be the role it played in the Indian automobile industry, not Nano. It was Indica, the brainchild of Ratan Tata, which brought forward this revolution, creating India's first truly Indian car. Indica, he promised a vehicle with the dimensions of Maruti, changed the cabin size of an ambassador and the fuel efficiency of a Maruti 800. Its launch in December 1998 transformed the group into serious car making. Today, the group has gone ahead to become one of the largest car companies in India. Despite the manufacturing and quality problems, an initial loss of 500 crores declared in 2001, the Indica became a bestseller and marked the real entry of Tata Motors into cars, although the company had already signaled its intent with the launch of the Sierra, which would be called a crossover vehicle today, and the Estate, a station wagon. Ratan Tata had faced many challenges during his tenure at the helm of Tata. Initially, when the group had entered the passenger car business, it seemed as if it was a huge error on his part. Tata decided to sell his business struggling passengers vehicle business. Ford officials voiced their interest after a trip to Tata's Bombay headquarters. But when Tata and his team visited Detroit, they were humiliated by Ford. The then chairman Bill Ford reportedly said to Tata that he was quite out of his depth, and an ex-employee of Tata who was present in the meeting recalls they were told, "When you do not know anything, why did you start the passenger car division at all?" They said they will do us a favor by buying our car division. The humiliation ended when the group decided to return to New York the same evening. Tata was reportedly somber the whole flight. Tata turned the tide by thriving in the Indian markets. 9 years later, Ford was on the verge of bankruptcy after the 2008 global financial meltdown. Tata swooped in and acquired the auto company's iconic Jaguar Land Rover brands for $2.3 billion. Ford chairman Bill Ford thanked Ratan Tata, saying, "You are doing us a big favor by buying JLR." Another testament to Tata's leadership would be during 26/11 attacks. Even with the risk surrounding him, he stood all alone outside the Taj Hotel and supervised the activities to help the victims. He also personally visited the families of all the 80 employees who were killed or injured, and even asked the families and dependents as to what they wanted him to do, and paid all salary and children expense to the schooling of their choice. Ratan Tata is known for his love of dogs, and the Bombay House, Tata Sons headquarters, has a tradition of sheltering stray dogs during rainstorms. He skipped a royal ceremony in 2018 where he was to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award from Prince Charles, now King Charles III, due to the grave illness of one of his beloved dogs, T2. He had supported many startups, right from a boy Santanu Naidu putting sparkling band in the neck of dog to avoid their death in road accidents, to mobile tanker diesel petrol filling service by Repose Energy at the doorsteps, and many more like Karat Lane and others. Ratan Tata said being Indian is not a limitation, it is an advantage in understanding diverse cultures. He also said a short-term mindset and can yield immediate results, but it often jeopardizes the future. Initially placed 1,500 crore towards COVID-19 relief efforts. The pandemic continued. The group allocated an additional 1,000 crore, bringing the total to 2,500 crore. The Tata Trust and various Tata companies worked on multiple fronts, such as procuring over 1,000 ventilators and respirators, distributing 4 lakh PPE kits and 3.5 million masks, providing means to healthcare workers and those in need through initiative by Indian Hotels Company Limited and other Tata entities. As we bid farewell to Ratan Tata, his legacy continues to inspire generations. His life stands as a beacon of humility, innovation, and unwavering dedication to social good. Through his work, he not only transformed the Tata Group but also reshaped India's global presence. Ratan Tata will always remain a symbol of ethical leadership and compassion for the world. In next series episode, I will cover other his predecessors and other companies of Tata. If you like this program, please like and subscribe it. Jai Hind.